just want to talk about relationships. And when you are in the throes of an argument with a loved one, whatever kind of relationship it is, we all have arguments with our loved ones. Think about it not so much as who's right and who's wrong, who's being reasonable and who's being unreasonable. Think about it more as helping that person feel safe. And when we stop making it about ego, and we start thinking about it from a more compassionate standpoint, somebody's triggers might not be our same triggers, and so we don't understand why they're acting that way. And we feel like we're totally in the right for doing X, Y, and Z. And you know what? In a different relationship, you might be. But in this particular relationship, what you're doing is triggering that person. Say, for instance, one person wants to talk, and the other person needs to run because, their triggers were different, their trauma was different. It's not wrong that one person wants to run and one person wants to talk. It's unfortunate because one person wanting to talk might make the other one want to run more. It doesn't mean that you're in the right or they're in the right. It means that you have different versions of what feels safe to you, and you need to collaborate in a compassionate way to meet in the middle and find that common ground. And the common ground is safety, is feeling safe, is feeling heard. And instead of dismissing each other's emotions or words or, because of X, Y, and Z, you lost credibility because of this, that, nobody can lose credibility when it comes to feeling safe. Emotions are always okay. It doesn't matter how little you understand them. It doesn't matter how inconvenient it might be for you in that moment. Feelings are always okay. And we need to find a way to communicate more effectively. We need to find a way to communicate our needs and also understand why we are the way we are. We can't leave it up to everyone else to figure out why we're acting the way we're acting. We have to be aware of our triggers. We have to be aware of our traumas. And as an avoidant attachment style myself, as a person who's had a lot of shitty things happen and who's been abandoned on a couple occasions, I have a tendency to run. I also have a tendency to talk a lot, about emotions, and the two things might trigger other people. And it's totally understandable because they have their own traumas. So as long as everybody is communicating about where they're coming from and understand what they need in order to be safe, there's no stopping you from overcoming that. It's not going to hold you back. Try to stay focused on the feeling of safety and try to acknowledge what you need in order to feel safe.